Good morning, BGT community. Thanks for joining me on this motivational drive to work. It'll only be 5-8 minutes at the most. I try to keep them short because I know everyone's busy. The intent here is to inspire you and make you think about things that you otherwise would not think about to help you improve your life. That's why we exist. That's what we do. Givers gain. So today I want to talk about being vulnerable. I am basically a boomer. I grew up in a boomer household. I have 5 other siblings. They're all boomers. I am actually technically a Gen X, but I grew up in a boomer household, and I'm only a Gen X by less than a year and a half, a year and 4 months. So I have boomer conditioning. And there's a lot about boomer conditioning that is very good and has helped me in life. But there's some things that were just wrong. And we have to distinguish between those. That's called mental conditioning. We were conditioned to think a certain way and believe a certain way. And some of these things are etiquette, and which are really good, such as standing for the national anthem, putting your hand on your heart, being respectful to your elders, being respectful to your teachers, raising your hand if you have a question, just etiquette things in life that really we need to go back to, in my opinion. But there's other things on boomer conditioning that were just bad. And you have to distinguish which elements that you need to hold on to and which elements that you need to let go of. And one of them is vulnerability. I was taught that men don't cry. I was taught that you suck it up and you drive on. Now, the mental side of that, to be persistent and to, when you get knocked down and get back up and drive on, that all still remains. That's not the side I'm talking about. The side I'm talking about is the emotional side. The emotional side is allowing yourself to be vulnerable. One of the people that taught me this in my life, just in recent years, even though I knew the principle and learned it 30 years ago, because of my conditioning, it was hard to take words out of a book and apply them to my life and practice them. It was hard to build the habit of doing it. I struggle with it today. I am teaching it because I believe in it. I am teaching it because I know it's the truth and the path and the light, but I still struggle with it today. It is still scary for me today. I'm still fearful of this today, and it's still difficult for me to do this today because of 58 years of conditioning. But being vulnerable is something that you can tune into Crypto Lifer's YouTube stream. A crypto trader has become a friend of mine. The man is moved so often. He's moved with pain and he's moved with pleasure, and he shows it live. He gets so overwhelmed of the gratitude that is given to him, he begins breaking down and crying on his stream with gratitude and appreciation and love. He is demonstrating vulnerability. He is demonstrating the fact that we are all humans and we all have this emotional element to us. And without even thinking about it, whatever comes to him emotionally, he lets it out. Now, when I say that, of course he's professional. Of course I'm not talking about he's so emotional that he lets everything out. No, I'm talking about he shows love and he shows fear and sadness and he shows gratitude. And I admire that so much because I still struggle with that. Again, it's boomer conditioning. Now, in my family, I have no problem. It's easier around the people you know and love, to be so happy you cry, or to be so sad you cry. But guys, we have to let it out. We have to show that we're humans, that we're just like each other, that one isn't better than the other, that the size of my wallet does not dictate whether I'm right or wrong, or my character, or my success, or my happiness. So, show some vulnerability. Be yourself. Be authentic. Let people know who you are. And you will see, by doing this, you will be able to capture your dreams. Be vulnerable. Givers gain. Love you. Have a great day. Hope this helps you on your drive to work. Or if you're watching it later, hope this has helped you in some way. Be vulnerable.